Asia, you are that girl. I know you see me. Can you see me? KP, I know you see me calling you, girl. Ooh, KG, that was cute. Yes, ma'am, KG. I know this service is working. I have Verizon Wireless. Our service don't break down. No. Yes, Janae. Work me, Janae. You have an incoming call, girl. Answer the phone. Now.
What's going on, Mama Kita? What is going on? How are you?
Exhausted.
I know.
But I am here.
Look, I know because I know being a parent is a lot. I know.
You probably can hear her in the background.
I hear her. So, for the people that don't know who Mama Kita is, go ahead and let the people know who you are.
I hate this part. Well, I am Shanketta Newsom O'Neal now. Say a little bit about me. I am originally from Mississippi, small town called Sardis.
Okay.
Of course, I went to Jackson State.
Period.
Period. Went to Jackson State. Was J-Sette captain 2009 through 2011. Freshman year was 2007. Mm-hmm. Graduated from Jackson State. Moved to Omaha, Nebraska, where I'm currently at right now. And I've been here for almost 9 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
So right after you graduated, you just.
As soon as I graduated, I moved to Nebraska, where I started my career. But now I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I have a dance company, I Heartbeat Dance.
Yes.
Yeah, I Heartbeat Dance, and now I am married with a little one.
So wait, what's going on with I Heartbeat Dance?
Right now, so I closed the studio due to COVID because I have a little one, so I didn't want to risk it. I have a dance camp actually coming up next month where I'm bringing Mr. Set It Off up here to help me. Yeah, so he's coming to Omaha. I'm so grateful for him because I'm just like, I normally do everything by myself. I'll normally bring a J-Sette or something up here, but I was just like, hey, well, I'm planning to do a camp. Will you come? He's like, yeah, I will move stuff around.
I'm coming. Oh, he's gonna do it. He's always gonna
be
there.
I'm coming. I was like, oh my God, I'm so grateful.
Yes.
But I plan to start things back up. I wanted my baby girl to be a little older, build up her immune system before I risk being outside of the house.
Yes.
So February will be my test run. I'll only have like 25 girls in the facility that I can like space them out, and then I also have a virtual option, and then see how that goes, and probably start back doing virtual classes before I like be in front of people.
It's a trial and error. You gotta.
Yeah, so she's my number one priority right now. So
period.
Yeah.
So before becoming a Prancing J-Sette, what other dance experiences did you have?
None.
So you didn't dibble and dabble?
No, seriously. Like, so I started dancing when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. It was based off of a bet. So I was a basketball player. My daddy had buku girls before he had a son. So he tried to live his dreams through us.
Okay.
Yeah, so I could street dance, you know what I'm saying? I could do a little, but no like formal training. So with with my high school dance team, our instructor, she actually used to be a cheerleader at Mississippi State. And so we had a week-long camp. So that's when I learned everything. Like, I was in high school, I didn't know how to do a toe touch.
Ooh.
Back then. It's nothing. So I started dancing in high school my freshman year based off of a bet. And so everything that I've learned since then been me watching and picking up on stuff. I've never had any kind of formal training. In high school, I did dance on a dance team called Rat Pack. It was like this performance arts group based out of Jackson. And I went out there and auditioned. They were just like, well, we don't have anything in North Mississippi. So they created a whole North Mississippi team so that I could dance for them. So, but other than that, that's it.
Okay. So in your opinion, what is a Prancing J-Sette?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. A Prancing J-Sette, I mean, she is like the example.
Yeah.
I would say she's a leader. She's classy, smart. She's a trendsetter. And I mean, she has a lot to uphold. I mean, a J-Sets have like decades of legacy. So she has to be a woman of prestige and yeah, a leader, prestige, prestigious.
And you hit it right on the nail. Every description. Okay. So what really attracted you to the J-Sets?
Man. Okay, so listen. In high school, I didn't know any better. Don't judge me. In high school, one of our counselors, he went to Jackson State. So he would take us to high school day at Jackson State.
Yeah.
And went to high school day. So, you know, they have the pep rally in the gym first before the game. And I was like, oh my God. Like when I say I was sitting up high in the bleachers.
Right.
And in the bleachers. And you could see every like just the power, the force, the grace, and of course my little dumb self. I was like, I told my band director, "Oh my God, they doing our 8 counts." He was like, "No,
y'all doing their 8 counts.
Y'all are doing their 8 counts." And just, oh my God, like if you can see someone's dance movements from sitting high in the sky, like just you could feel the energy. Even at the games, I was like, oh my God, like just amazed. I wasn't studying the game. Every time the band played a song, I was like eyes glued on the J-Sets because they were just powerhouses. Like you could hear the bleachers, you could hear the boots on the bleachers.
You can hear the boots clacking.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I love it. That was
it for me. I was like, I want to be one of them.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be.
So how was your first tryout? Because I know at one point, you know, you had you was in an emergency tryout. So how was that tryout?
One, it was like spare of the moment for me because I, you know, heard about it last minute. And so it actually took place in the band hall. In the band hall, and of course it was closed to the public. Yeah. But of course all the overhead J-Sets was in the hallway. The band members was in the hallway, you know, being nosy, trying to see what was going on. It was literally I was a nervous wreck. But it was like Miss Worthy, some of the band staff, and we auditioned in the auditorium in the band hall. Like, yeah. So it was, and they told us that we made it like that day. It was like interview, dance, and you made it or you didn't.
That's a lot in one day.
I had no idea what I was getting into.
So did you guys do rounds like they normally do?
I don't remember.
Because I was going to ask you, what round did you come out?
Oh, God. Did we do rounds? I don't even think we did rounds. I can't remember. But I don't remember. I would have remembered if we did rounds. I don't even think we did rounds. I don't think in the emergency tryout that we...
So how many girls was it? Was it a lot?
You know, we didn't even learn a dance because we did it that day. We didn't learn a dance. So now that I'm thinking back to it, it wasn't a drawn out process. It was one day. It was interviews, and you had to show your dance.
Okay.
That was it. Like you showed your dance, and you made it or not. Like so, when I actually when the real auditions came, I was like, oh, we got to learn this.
Yeah.
This how it really goes. But now that I'm thinking back to the emergency tryout, we didn't, because some old heads too, like Regina and Val, they auditioned in the emergency tryout with me. I don't recall us, because we didn't learn a dance, so it wasn't rounds. It was you had to interview and you showed your routine, which I completely freestyle, Lord. Because when they called my name, I was like really shocked because all the other girls that was there, we was at Walter Payton, and I wasn't gonna give up. I gave up pretty much because I was like, everybody in here busting and killing it. They already had their routine, and Maurice was like, no, I was watching you. Maurice and Ken, they was like, no, we was watching you. You need to try out. Yeah. Yeah, that was great.
But what did you have to do to prepare for that tryout?
Yeah, I found out the day before the audition. And the next day, I was in the Walter Payton, and it was intimidating because these are girls who are like already new and was prepared. Like I was in there, like what I'm supposed to do, and I didn't really know anybody at the time, so I was in there by myself. And like I said, like Ken had recognized me because he was a twirler in high school. I went to his high school. I didn't go to his high school, but I had seen him a couple times. But yeah, I was in Walter Payton a couple hours before auditions trying to make up a routine and prepare.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you came out. You came out on top. You came out. You came out. So how did you feel like once you did make the team?
It was intimidating. Why? Because I mean, it was like, oh, you. So this happened in, I want to say September, late September. So like band camp had already happened. They had already had a couple games. So you're like coming in like not knowing nothing, and it doesn't slow down. Saki was my captain. Yeah. Love Saki, because I don't know what she just was on me, and I'm like, girl, come to find out I was her favorite. But however, at the time, it didn't seem like I was her favorite because she was on my neck. But I was super grateful. I was scared to tell my mom because she didn't want me to audition.
Wow.
So she didn't, because rest her soul, Dr. Harvey, because she just passed away. Like
I'm sorry.
So I was in honors college. I had a full academic scholarship to Jackson State. And so she was like, oh, no. They practice all times of night, and she's going to lose her scholarship. So my mom was like, oh, no, I came back to school. It ain't no J-Sette. I'm like, no. Yeah, so she didn't let me audition. So when I found out about it, I didn't tell her for a minute.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but no, I was really excited because it was like a dream come true, because I thought it was over for me because I missed spring audition. So, you know, I was at the freshman versus upperclassmen, like, it's supposed to be me out there. I want to be out there. So for me, it was a dream come true. I'm like, okay, God, like it was meant to be. Like out of all things, it's an emergency tryout. And I made it. So it was meant for me to do it.
So once you did tell her, like, what did she say?
Don't judge my mama, y'all. She a good mama. Don't judge. But she was fussing. I mean, she was just like, I thought we talked about this. Like, you know, you're new to school. Might be a lot. They're going to be practicing. And you're coming in on the tail end of things. Like, how you going to handle this? Like, she was just like, just don't lose that scholarship. Yeah. Pretty much. And so, but then she, after that, she was like, oh, my baby. She didn't realize like how big of a deal being a J-Sette was. Yeah. And then after the fact, she was like, oh my God, I'm just so proud of my baby. Girl.
So what was the time frame from you making the team and your first game? And how did y'all prepare so quickly? If it was quick.
Listen, we practice all the time. Like, it's different now. They got rules around when you practice, but when we was at practice, And then, we would practice after practice. That's really the only way you could get it. Like, we practice after practice. I only made one real field show because it was 1,000 of us. Right. If you remember that year, 2007. So, I always made the sympathy. Yeah. I forgot what game it was that I made the real feel.
Was it like close to the end?
It was definitely close to the end of the season. Maybe it was Get It Shouty, maybe. Yeah. Get It Shouty, get it.
I'm gonna have to go look. It might have been Get It Shouty, yeah.
I think it was that. I know I made one field show during the regular season, and then I made field for the SWAC championship game. Okay. But it was a lot. Like, I remember one cut, we had 3 rounds, right? And you only get 3 rounds to make it. And then Ms. Worthy came over there and was like, I want to see you one more time. Oh. I'm like, if I ain't get it the first 2 times, what else are you looking for? I mean, because Miss Worthy is very particular. Like, she's looking at stunts, she's looking at your timing, she's looking at, like, especially if other girls have made it out, you know, first or second round, she's like, will you be able to blend? Do you have the same energy?
Right.
It was a lot. Like, freshman year was crazy. It's like, one, you got to get used to the culture. Then you don't know anything because band camp is where you learn everything. Like, you can look on YouTube and think you bucking like the J-Sette.
Right.
But trust me, you got to learn from a J-Sette.
Yeah.
You think you can salt and pepper. Trust me, you got to learn from a J-Sette. So it was a lot.
Because I was going to ask you, like, how was your crabbing experience?
My what?
Your crabbing experience.
Baby, your girl crabbed for 2 years. Let's just say that.
Okay.
So of course in 2007 came in the middle of the year. Things were a little crazy, speculations, you know, how they say hate and whatever. So you a crab, so of course you thrown into the bucket. I was just like, I ain't did none of y'all, I ain't tell on y'all.
Right. Yes.
But it's not like that. Like, honestly, it's like, I mean, one, you have to know tradition in order to keep the legacy going. And I mean, you have to learn the style. Like, it's necessary. So freshman year, and so then sophomore year was actually my crab year. So 2008 is my official crab year with my crab sisters, with Mia, Ashley, all of them. So those are my actual crab sisters from 2008.
You know, I didn't know that. You crabbed 2 years, technically speaking.
Technically.
Yeah.
2007 was kind of a bust. You know, but 2008 was my actual crab year. So 70K, 7 deadly crabs was my crab year in 2008, which was crazy because Miss Worthy, in her mind, I'm an old head now.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
2007, I was a freshman. 2008, you an old head. So she will put me in the old head category. So it's, Shanketta, okay, can you help with this? So I'm making up routines. I'm helping make up stuff. And the old head's like, so you tell me what to do. I'm in the inside. I'm like, Miss Worthy, look at my face. Like, stop doing that. Because they were just like, oh, so you think you my cat? I'm like, oh my God, Miss Worthy, I'm not an old head. Please stop making me teach these girls. Cause, oh my God.
But I was going to ask you, how was Miss Worthy as a sponsor?
Amazing.
Yeah. She seemed to be amazing.
I love Miss Worthy. She is, she's feisty though.
Oh yeah.
She's feisty. She's sassy, but she's quiet with it.
Yeah.
You know, so the captain gets everything. Like the girls, like the rest of the team, they get to know Miss Worthy, but the captain is who, like, she's like, hey, is the go-to. I mean, just like a chain of command.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But Miss Worthy, I love her. She is so. Just the way she runs her squad, like, even with my dance company, like, a lot of things that I do is how Miss Worthy did them, because it just worked when it came to cuts, when it came to dances. I mean, and her memory is crazy. I'll be showing her something I made up, and she was like, no, you did those arms already.
Okay, Miss Worthy.
Miss Worthy. Oh, you just did that, but, no. Miss, like, are you serious? She challenged me tremendously when it came to, like, creativity. She'll be watching stuff on TV and be like, oh, I saw this. Can you try this? Okay, Miss Worthy. But she was so awesome. She was like a mom too, you know. Yeah. She just, I mean, she gave a lot to the J-Sette in regards to a lot of our uniforms she created. You know, we would be at practice while we were practicing. She over there with her glue gun, gluing rhinestones. I mean, she was just all around awesome.
Yeah. She really understood the legacy, you know? Oh. She really understood the legacy.
She did. And she would not, you know, some things I'm like, Miss Worthy cannot. She was like, no, you pushing it. She was like, they gonna put my head on the stick. Oh, no.
You know, and you know the fans come for any sponsor. Actually, any sponsor, they come for her. They come for them, okay? So, what was your experience like dancing under Saki? And what is something that she taught you that stuck with you throughout your J-Sette history?
Saki, oh my God, her energy.
Yeah.
I was just like, when do you wind down? Like, she just, always had all the energy and was always so positive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, regardless of what happened, how it happened, she just was always positive.
Yeah.
Like, always, like, laughing, goofy, making the life. It's just like, it is what it is. It's life. Move on, keep going. All right, next.
Right.
Let's go.
Exactly.
And so I definitely took that with me because, I mean, being a J-Sette captain is a lot of work. And she just was always on it. Like, she had 1,000 girls. I was just amazed at how she handled, like, all of us. I mean, because technically she had 2 different sets of freshmen. You had freshmen who, you know, you had since band camp, and then you had freshmen who, you know, I feel like some captains probably were just like, okay, y'all learn, but y'all learn when y'all learn it.
Right.
But, I mean, we didn't know anything, so she had us who didn't know anything, and you know, current freshmen and then old heads already. So she just handled it off with grace. It was a lot. I feel like she was very creative. I mean, she had time. Like, for me, I'm like, you got time for, like, all of us and to teach all of us when we're all on different levels.
Right.
Like, Saki was it.
Yes. I love me some Saki, honey. Yes. So, throughout your freshman year, who helped mold you to become, like, that J-Sette?
Shamika.
Okay.
Shamika, right. She was Crab 05. That's Chloe, Crab's sister.
Yes.
Shamika definitely took me under her wings, even though I thought she was the meanest. But my freshman year...
Go ahead.
But my freshman... I mean, she just seemed so... Like, I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And now I get it. When they mean and be picking on you, like, they have to make it seem like they so mean, so people won't, you know, especially old heads won't think that you're their favorite.
Right.
But yeah, she used to just stay. I mean, I'm just like, first of all, why are you even looking at me? Why you like, you know, she's like, you ain't doing that right. Oh. And I'm like, I mean, it's true. I'm just trying to blend in. But she literally, like, marching, bucking, all of that. She like took me under her wings and made sure I had it.
So when did you feel like you had it? Like, at what stage?
Junior year, maybe the later in my first season of captain.
Okay.
I mean, because you got to realize that my freshman year, middle of the season, I never made stands, of course, because I didn't know them. I mean, our book of stands is crazy. So I made field twice, which was really unheard of. I mean, because you have freshmen who started since band camp that never made real field. So, and then my sophomore year, that was my first year, like, I felt like I was really a Prancing J-Sette, because that was my first year ever marching in Memorial Stadium, first year ever being in the stands. So sophomore year was, like, technically my freshman year. And then junior year, I'm captain. Crazy.
So technically you was crab to captain. Technically.
Technically. I was crab to captain, technically. And so, yeah, probably, like, middle of the season, my junior year, is where I feel like, I mean, I had to, quote unquote, in my mind, like, get it, because I had mostly freshmen.
Right.
So it's like, I had to have it in order, you know. Yeah. But, like, that confidence, I feel like didn't come to later on in the season, because I was just like, Lord, I don't even know what I'm doing.
So, during your freshman year through crab year, what do you think was the hardest thing to grasp? As far as, like, dance-wise, like, pulling, you know, what do you think?
Man, that doggone salt and pepper.
Baby. Doing it the right way and then cross-marching?
Listen. That march, I mean, it was hard. It's hard. Yeah. I mean, because your brain, I literally remember, like, my brain has to remember all these things at one time. Like, your hand gotta be a certain way. Your elbows, your shoulder, your body, your leg, the way your feet come down. I'm like, this too much for one march. Yeah. Like, and one. Like, you doing so much in and one. It's like, what? So definitely, I would say salt and pepper first. And then pool. Yeah. that pool.
Yeah.
That
That pool is something serious. Because you
pool
got Miss Nisi over here eating it up.
and we're like new school, new age. They said
Yeah.
like she definitely is my favorite in regards to marching and pulling. I'm like, oh girl, you got a nasty Junior.
And it's just the way she moves her waist. Yeah. The way she moves her waist is everything.
The figure.
Going into your second year as a Prancing J-Sette, what did you want to do differently from your first year?
That's a good question. Yeah, I feel like this ain't it been like 10, 11 years.
Child, it has.
What I wanted to do differently, really have more confidence. I mean, because it's a lot. It's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
So I was adamant about, like, of course, that summer, Shamika got me and like, hey, let's go, because she lived in the Palisades, so they had like a little gym thing. There was some mirrors, and I was just like, I want to be, like, I want to know what I'm doing. I want to know the singers. I want to know the A count. I mean, because that's half of the battle, like knowing the A counts.
Right.
So I definitely wanted to have more confidence and just know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, because freshman year I was sort of kind of winging it, because you got to get in where you fit in. Because it was no band camp.
Right.
So
I feel for you for freshman year. I feel for you. Okay.
I had to get in where you fit in.
So how was Saki and Chloe's leadership different from one another?
Oh, my Chloe. So Chloe's my captain too. Chloe was very inclusive.
Yeah.
Not saying that Saki wasn't, but we had a young squad too, because I think once Chloe became captain, I don't think it was any seniors. Terica, I don't remember, but Chloe challenged us, so we were always in groups, like making up stuff and working on choreography, which was different. Chloe was more motherly. She protected us a lot. Like, she was more, she talked to us a lot in regards to, not saying that Saki, it was a lot.
Yeah.
So Chloe was more of like that, let me love on y'all. She was more soft spoken, but feisty. Like, don't get the soft spoken. Don't let it fool you, because when she meant what she said when she said it.
Exactly.
But yes, Chloe was more of, I'm gonna show you, but then I'm gonna give you the reins and the trust to, like, bring me some good, and for you guys to foster your gifts. And Saki was more of like the energetic, never get to be like, let's go. Chloe was definitely more calm.
Yeah. Okay.
She was more calm type.
So now that you are an upperclassman, who did you take under your wing?
So honestly, sophomore year, I was a crab, so I couldn't take anybody under my wing. I was a crab.
Right.
Junior year was my captain year, so now I got crab babies.
Yes.
So all of them really was under my wing.
Okay.
But in regards to, like, who I was the closest to, really all of them. Like, that's where Mama Keita came from. So,
yeah.
Mama and the dance were, like, my babies. Like, I was mama to them because I was outside of dance.
Yeah.
I loved them and cared for them a lot. But Charlene and I were actually the closest.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlene and I were actually the closest. You saw Charlene, you saw me. We was always together. And then I was with May May. So out of that 09 class, I was mostly with May May and Charlene the most.
Okay. See, I was gonna ask you about the term Mama Keita. A lot of your babies, they don't like when we call you Mama Keita. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, they get very territorial. Like, that ain't y'all mama, that's my mama.
Okay.
They get I mean, because I know everybody say my mother now, like everybody is mother,
Yeah.
move on, all that stuff. But I mean, it started with my girls, like because I was really hard on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like a mama. Like
Right.
a mama gonna love you and nurture you and care for you, but she wants to make sure that you're the best. And so I had a very young squad. Yeah. And even though I got on them and I was really, really tough on them, I loved on them at the same time. Even outside, like I would take them back to my hometown with me. I would cook for them. And even, my old heads would get mad at me because, I protected them too. Yeah. So they just like, we your crab sisters, like, excuse me?
Right.
But so that's where it came from. Like, they really looked at me like a mom because I was on them, like, even outside of dance, it's like, what your grades looking like? You going to class? What's good? I was a counselor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was all those things. They needed something. I was there. It wasn't just, oh, I see y'all at practice.
And people, especially on dance teams, people need that type of role model. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need that guidance.
Because I understood it, like, as a friend. I feel like I was mature for my age, which I got a lot. And they were my babies. Sometimes you're coming you got all this freedom, and that's another thing. Like you out of the nest, you come in here, you got all this freedom. You think you're gonna be wilding out? Not on my watch. Who? No, that ain't what we doing. So they looked at me as mama. So it was, I don't know why people call other captains and stuff mama now, but back then they were really like, no, this my mama. Yeah. Even when the 2010 crabs came, they just like, nah, this our mama.
Yeah.
You need to find you another word to call her. They were still is very territorial about me in regards to our relationship. So even the 2010 crabs, they like.
Yeah, because I interviewed Charlotte and Charlene. Baby, they hated it. Do not call Mama Keita if that's not your mama.
It's not your mama.
Don't do it.
They're my baby.
They said that's our mama. Don't do that.
Don't do that. They do, and I love them. But those my babies. 09, 10, those my babies too.
Yes.
But 09 is where it's
the murder squad.
Like really helped me, mold my like leadership and how I was gonna run the squad and stuff. And they were, they were trained to go.
Yeah. The murder squad, baby. Period.
They're my baby.
So before actually getting that captain position, was that something that you wanted, or like once, before you got it, like were you kind of like, I don't know if I want to do that because I'm going from crab to captain type. Technically,
captain was not on my mind. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, I'm trying to learn I'm trying to learn. Okay, so no, captain definitely. It was the farthest from my mind because you already had, what I'm saying, like Maria, Coretta. They came out the gate busting as a freshman. Being camp and stuff like that. So captain was the farthest thing from my mind. I was like. Captain.
Yeah. So what do you think Miss Worthy saw in you that made her say, okay, I want her to be the captain?
So I actually asked her this.
Okay.
Because because I was confused.
Yeah.
Because even Saki, even after Saki graduated, we still kept in contact. We still talked and texted a lot. And she would tell me, like, girl, you're going to be captain. I can go away. Even some of the old people there, they were just like, you gonna be captain. Like, my crab year, they were already calling me Captain Shan. Like, yeah, I had to hold the captain. Anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Anyway, they were already calling me Captain Shan, and I just was like, how?
Yeah.
I didn't get it. But Miss Worthy watches everything.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. When she's quiet at practice over there with her notebook, she just act like she's paying attention. She's paying attention to everything, and she felt like even when we thought she wasn't watching, you know what I'm saying? She just how the girls responded to me, even the old heads, in regards to like making up routines, how I taught things, just just the way I carry myself, even our relationship, the respect level. Yeah, because I didn't feel like I was the best dancer on the team. I was that, but Ms. Worthy looks at everything. She looks at your leadership. She looks at how you communicate. She looks at your creativity, how she feels that she can get along with you as well, because that's a big thing. Like especially with the chain of command, like you her right hand, whoever the captain is, that's her right hand. Right. And then the respect. I mean, you got to have the respect of the people on the team too. So it was a combination of those things. I still was just like, man, I don't really
So when you did,
why me?
So when you did get it, like, how did you feel? Were you nervous? Like,
I was super. Okay, this is the thing. It still didn't hit me for a minute that I was like actually captain, because I was just in shock, because it was more of like, how, because I won't say I didn't deserve it, because in practice I worked my butt out. Like I'm practicing after practice, and I'm still calling up old heads like, hey, what this look like? What am I doing this right? Do I look a fool? But I didn't feel ready. I was nervous. I was excited after the fact, like, oh my God, like I'm J-Sette captain. But it was nerve wracking, because I'm just like, wait, I just was crab left, and you want me to lead this whole team, especially like knowing the legacy and the prestige. So not only the fans, but our alumni is very, very engaged, so they gonna let you know when you ain't doing it right, or how they really feel about it. So I was super nervous. Like, you want me to do what?
And you do have, well, I don't know how you feel about this, but I was going to ask you, like, did you feel like you were prepared? Because a lot of people say that once you get that, J-Sette captain position, it's equal to, like, Miss JSU, technically.
Yeah. Do I feel like I was prepared? Yes and no. So I say yes and no, because yes has some amazing, because Chloe, I think, did she go to New York that year? I know for like a couple days we got together and, try to have that captain transition of like, teaching me things so I can properly teach the girls. Right. Mentally, I feel like I wasn't prepared, because I was feeling like just crabs. Next season, hey, I'm an old head, I'm about to get it. To like, no, you just crab, you're gonna be captain. Right. So it's just, I was just like, I didn't expect it. Right. That was the big thing. Even though they were just like, oh, Captain Sheen, you gonna be captain. I thought it was more out of sarcasm. You know what I'm saying? Because of me, like, teaching in practice. Right. And, so I'm thinking it's more was, sarcasm versus like, oh, no, like, we see it. You really gonna be captain. I'm like, why y'all didn't tell me I was
Going into band camp, your first year as captain, did you want to do anything differently as far as like how you were taught, or did you want to go more so traditional? Like,
it was more my first year as captain. It was definitely more traditional. Okay. It was more traditional, but more intense too. That's where buck squats and all that came into play. Because it was. Band camp was definitely more intense, even for my old head. So what I did, I'll take that back. I did do something differently. Normally, band camp for the old heads is like, oh, we just, we coming back, we, help a little bit. Right. But, like, I treated everybody the same. Right. And of course, I love my crab sisters, but they kind of, at first, they didn't understand the methods of the best. But I treated everybody the same. Like, no, we all got to be killing it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be like, oh, that's an old hair right there. If you sit next to a freshman, of course it's going to be a difference, because an old head's going to have more confidence because they got more time under their belt. But in regards to like the bucking, the marching, like, no, like I want everybody to look good. I don't want, especially when my freshmen will become old heads the next year, I don't want them to think that they can chill and lax, because to a certain extent, like when you're an old head, you kind of like can chill a little bit. Yeah. But it wasn't no chill. I didn't give my old heads no chill. Like, no, we are working. Exactly. Like, because I'm like, I'm new to this too, so y'all gotta be my help. Y'all gotta be my eyes and ears. Y'all can't just be sitting down and not in there what we doing. We all in here listening.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I did do differently. Band camp was definitely way more intense because I mean I had mostly freshmen and probably like 5 sophomores.
Mm-hmm. Yep. How did you feel going into your first game?
Ooh!
As captain.
Hyped.
Yeah.
I was nervous. I was sick. Okay, this is one thing. My first game.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was sick. I was not feeling well. But my girls.
Yeah.
When I say hype squad, hey, I'll look. The beat, the cadence come in, and I look back at them. They be like,
You already know. Once you get back, boom.
When I look back at them, they give me all the energy. Like, go kill it, go get it. So it was nerve wracking because before I even got started, I just had so many naysayers and so many people that just like, where she come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is she? She not supposed to be captain, so just all of that pressure of the naysayers and then like, the legacy. It just, it was a lot, but I was nervous. I was sick. I was nervous, but I was hyped at the same time because my girl was like, hey, let's go get it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly. Period. That's how it should be. So you've had some of the most memorable crabs in J-Sette history. You had, Zanette. You had Charlotte, Charlene, Morgan Jackson. Like, what do you think that you instilled in them to make them shine, during the game?
I would say that the work ethic, the confidence. Like one thing, even now with my dance studio, my girls, like the number one rule of class camp is be confident.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not perfect. You may slip up. I done messed up on the field. I done did that. But baby, still smiling.
Okay.
This next count, I'm finna buck down.
Okay.
So I just feel like that they just have this level of confidence that you can't take away.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what made them stood out. And the work ethic and the confidence, because they were already talented. Mm-hmm. They were already talented girls. It's just that mindset.
Yeah.
And just keeping them in mind of the bigger picture. I didn't like them on YouTube. I didn't like them reading comments and all of that stuff. It's just like, no, like, I don't want one person thinking they mightier or better than anybody else. Because, people have their favorites. So in the comments, they're going to, like, no, stay off the internet. Mm-hmm. We all killing it. Right. Okay, you look to your left, you look to your right. If your sister ain't matching your energy, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And so that, I feel like they carried that with them, like their relationship, their bond, even the way that they dance is like, who?
Right.
You feel my presence.
Right. Because, I was going to ask you, like, how did you deal with all of the negativity? Your first year as captain. Like, what did you have to do to, like, say, I'm not even going to pay attention to that? What did you have to do?
Dance.
Okay. Yes. Show them. All you gotta do is show them.
That was my main thing. Of course, people are going to have their favorites. Mm-hmm. That's just being a fan. You're gonna have your favorites. You're gonna have people that critique you or feel a certain way about you without even knowing you. And I kind of pretty much dealt with that my whole life. Like being from a small town, if you look like something, if you got some long hair, if you cute, like you a target. Yeah. So for me, it was just like, okay, like I just have to do what I know how to do and keep moving.
Yeah.
And that's just what I did. I didn't let it affect me because I'm just like, well, you don't even know me.
Yeah.
So. I about feel the same way you do too. Like, why am I here?
Right.
But I'm here, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Yeah. And that's what I did.
Yeah. And I just feel like, back then, comments were horrible.
What?
Comments were horrible compared to now.
Off the chain.
Compared to now, they didn't care.
Off the chain. Like people, like my best friend JoJo, like he was on YouTube a lot, and he was just like, they on there like they just know you and call you by your name, and all this stuff. I'm just like, and he was just like, I'm on here, I got you, sis. But I was just like, I ain't worried about it. Like, the only thing I gotta do is dance and make sure my girls look good. And I would tell them that too. I would, and even my old heads, like, he's no division.
Yeah.
Like, he's no division on this squad whatsoever. Yeah. So we're gonna get out here and shut them up. Whoever got something to say, we'll see you Saturday.
Okay. So I want to ask you this. How in the hell did you come up with so many field shows in a season? Like, you came up, like, each week was all, like, almost a new field show. Like, how did you do that? Like, what did you have to do to do that?
Miss Worthing. Miss Worthing. I was so confused.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I'm looking at old videos. I mean, even my freshman and my sophomore year. Like, we can do that many dances. I can count on my hand how many new dances we had. Probably 3 in the season. 4 is pushing it. So I was confused as to why. But obviously, she was like, oh, you can do it, girl. You can do it. You got it.
She had faith.
You got it. What you mean? I gotta know what I'm doing. But honestly, most of the dances that we did, I either dreamed about them. Mm-hmm. I dreamed about them or was making them up in my dorm room. And a lot of times we just had creative. When we did have downtime, we would have creative practices, and I would push my girls to, like, put them in groups of 2s, groups of 3s, 4s, and we would come up with stuff. But most of the time, I'm dreaming 8 counts.
Yeah. A lot of people, and you know what? A lot of dancers say that. Like, I had KG that said it, Amber from Stingheads. A lot of people say that they dream of a move and it just comes up, and you remember it.
And I remember it. But literally that and my squad. Like, we would, especially in my second year as captain, Ariel, yeah, she was 2010 captain. Oh, clean dancer. That girl was so creative. She was very creative. Like, she just, when it comes to some arms, because Miss Worthy, she didn't like the same arms. So I'm like, Miss Worthy, it's only so, we doing like 28 counts in a dance. Like, some gonna get repeated, man. Yeah. But Miss Worthy, I would say Miss Worthy, she challenged me. Yeah. She challenged me to really, like, be creative and make something. I'm just like, we only did that dance one time. I want to say my first year as captain. What was that dance? Jam. That's Jam.
Yeah. You know what? Yes, it is.
Jam. We only did that dance one time.
And Miss Worthy is known for doing that.
We only did that dance one time. I'm like, Miss Worthy,
yeah. Miss Worthy is known for doing that.
I gotta make up another routine. We just did that one time. Can we do it again?
She's known for doing that.
But yeah, I always tell people that praise me for being like, oh, Mama Kita, Shanketta. It's just like, I had a squad.
Oh, yeah. You did.
I had a squad, and that's,
yeah. To do it every week, though, is just,
it was a lot.
That's legendary.
It was a lot. But we made it happen.
So can you tell us the inspiration behind the swoop routine?
Ooh. So, it's very funny because, just I love dancing to swoop in the stance. Yeah. It's just fast. It's fast, and it has so many. Anybody that knows me and has followed, like, my dances and stuff, like, know, like, I like to ride the beat. I gotta have every little boom, 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 boom.
Exactly.
And swoop just got all this dynamic in it. Dun, 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 dun. And I just was like, oh, Ms. Worthy, please let me dance to this. And it was homecoming too. And I was like, what is Alright, that's my husband and my baby coming here missing me. But yeah, I was like, Miss Worthy, please. Like, it was homecoming. I think the old heads, all the old heads came back that year to dance. And I was like, Miss Worthy, let me do it. Please let me do it. She was like, no ma'am. No ma'am, you can't touch swoop.
Baby.
She was like, you can't touch swoop. I'm like, please. I convinced her in the band director. I just felt like I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
I had dreamed about it. I was just like, ooh, swoop is it, Miss Word. That's gonna be my thing. Like, let me do it. Cause she wouldn't let me touch Get Ready. I wanted to, add a little something to Get Ready. She was like, no, ma'am. So she finally let me do something to swoop. I just knew it in my bones, just to. Ooh, let me get him his word. Let me get that song,
okay.
please.
So what would you have added to Get Ready?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just know I wanted to do some more, do something different.
Yeah.
I didn't want to change it. It was more probably like add to it.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about over time if people have watched J-Sette from the early days, like around Ms. Worthy time, like they only had maybe 2 8 counts. And so over time, those other 16 counts got added to it. So I was just like, well, I ain't trying to change nothing in particular, but like, add some. She was like, because you already been doing She had a blowout. Oh my God, Jesus! I'm sorry, my baby had a blowout all up her back to her neck.
Oh Lord.
Daddy got it. Daddy got it. I'm busy. Thank you.
Right. So, out of all of your field routines from both of your captain years, what was your favorite? Me personally, I love 3. 3 was so clean.
The Britney Spears.
Yes. And Smurfette. Loved it.
Yeah. Man, we had so many. I don't even know which one. I think I got 2 favorites. Can I say 2 favorites?
Go ahead.
Soup was a favorite because of all the beat changes.
Yeah.
So I would say first year captain Swoop. Ooh, that's kind of hard because I like Nice by Nice too.
Ooh.
Nice by Nice was fun.
Yes.
Swoop. I'll choose Swoop over Nice by Nice, even though Nice by Nice was fun. My second year. I think the Alcorn game. What song did we dance to?
Ooh, don't give me the line.
Hold on now.
I know exactly the song you're talking about. I just cannot think of the name.
But my last dance, that dance was a favorite. I just forgot the name of the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were my 2 favorite. I mean, because I like dances that's fun.
Yeah.
Like every beat was coming like you fun to do something too.
Yeah. So going into your second year, what did you want to do differently from your first year as captain?
I wanted to try to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because my first year felt like so much work. Like that I didn't bask in the moment.
Yeah.
Like I'm captain. Like, woo. So I wanted to go into my second year like having more fun.
Yeah.
Like actually enjoying it and enjoying the process. And being, just kind of, I won't say doing what I want to do because it's worth to have you on the leash.
Okay.
Just trying different things. And empowering my girls to be more, creative and working on choreography. Because sometimes they just like, I don't know how to make a nothing. Okay, so next year when I'm gone, we gone. What y'all gonna do?
Right.
And I used to tell them like, Miss Worthy watching y'all. Like even when you think she ain't watching y'all, so y'all who couple ones that want to be captain, be watching you. Okay, so I'm trying to help you mold those leadership skills because you never know who's gonna be. Obviously, you don't ever know when it's worth thinking.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. How were your 2 crab baby classes different from one another?
Oh, they were drastically different. They were drastically different. 09. they allowed me to be crazy.
Yeah.
I would say that much. Like, they just, I mean, I could see it in their face. Like, she crazy. But they got it. They understood. Because I feel like my first year as captain, it was more of like, I won't say I had something to prove, but it's like, we can't fail.
Right.
Like, it's not an option. I'm working to your knees won't collapse. That's what we do. And they was on it. Okay, mama, what you want me to do? Okay.
Because you know you got Charlotte over there going all the flipping from the 50 to the 30.
And went right into
okay.
Boom.
Okay.
Okay. So they were just, you want me to do what? Okay. My second year craft, so 2010 crafts, so 09 would say this, they will swear by this, that I babied them way more. But I just knew how hard I was on them. So I was just like, I wanted them to still love dance. Like, I didn't want to, it to be so hard so where they, like, dreaded coming to practice.
Yeah.
So 09 felt like I was way more lenient on 2010, which I don't think I was, but they were different in the sense of I had to love on them different because, like, 09, I came out the gate like they was like, okay, you crazy, but all right, we wanted to, we gonna do whatever.
Right.
2010, I had to, I won't say baby them, but I did have to, like, not be as
right
on them. And they were creative. Like 2010, I mean, you had like Tamala, you had Amber, you had Super Crab Amber.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Ariel, so they were really, I think they knew what to expect already. So like 09, they came in like, I don't know what to expect. But like 2010, I feel like, I mean, some of them danced with Charlotte and Charlene them, or was on, the dancing doll. So Tara Engineer had them, so they kind of came in, kind of knew what to expect from me, so I didn't have to be as on them. Right. But totally different because they were, y'all named them the Murder Squad, so this what 09 was, and then 10 just came in like, we finna hide right in, we already know what to expect.
Right, exactly. Hey. So between 8 Count Girl and Pay Me, which was your favorite tryout dance?
8 Count Girl.
Da, 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 da.
Oh yeah, that is 8 Count Girl. And Pay Me, that was Give Me Pounds and
right.
Definitely 8 Count Girl.
Yeah. The song in itself is just sickening. Yeah,
it's just like I said, I like a song that give me them, some of the definitely 8 Count Girl. Definitely 8 Count Girl. That is definitely my favorite.
Okay, yes, I love that one too. That was one of my favorites too. Did you make up any stand routines? Because some captains do not make up stand routines.
Oh yeah, I definitely. I mean, I definitely came up with a few of them. I know I came up with some bucking ones. I think I came up with some slow ones. Yeah. We for some reason, because we had so many new field routines often, we didn't really practice stands much.
Right.
We was winging them stands, Lord. Like, we like, okay, Lord. Like, I guess. Because we did not practice stands as much. Like, we didn't. Like, most of our time was on field shows. But I definitely came up with some, let's see, that one.
Okay. That's one of my favorites. I love that count.
I think they came from a dance. They came from Soup.
Yep.
I came up with a couple. I can't think of all of them. My memory, they'll tell you, like, my memory was horrible. I had a book. I named all of our stands. We had, when I first became captain, we probably had like 300 stands that I could remember.
Right.
That all of us could remember. We had like 300 stands. I named all of the parades, all of the walks, all of the marches, because like my memory was horrible. So I'll look back, Coretta, especially my first year as captain, Coretta was my right hand over there, like, They'll call out the name. I'm like, no. Half time we'll be in the locker room. Okay, Mom, you ain't do this one, that one, do this. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I made up a couple.
So did you some captains, like after their years as captain, they kind of make up, routines for the girls. Have you ever made up anything for, the recent girls?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
No. I'm trying to think. Did I ever send Charlotte some stuff? I don't think so. Nah, because if I would have, it would have been Charlotte. Mm-hmm. I don't think so. I was after that. I was so tied up in my career. It was.
Yeah.
I said, y'all need me? Okay, I'm gonna come to practice. I'll fly down, for a game or two, and go to practice and help out. But I don't recall making up none.
Okay. So other than get ready, did you want to implement anything else other than the get ready that Miss Worthy just rejected?
Get ready. That she rejected? No, I think that was the only thing she rejected. Okay. Everything else let me we came to play like mm-hmm. She let me do new stuff with that, and she would let us make up new stands, because traditionally we made up new stands for homecoming, mm-hmm. Southern, and Alcorn, mm-hmm. is when we would bust out the new stuff. But she let us do new stuff more often those times. I don't think so. I think everything else she would let me do. Yeah. I had to convince her about so, but get ready. She won't let me touch you.
Speaking of Southern, in 2010, you guys did the All I Do Is Win routine. Go ahead.
No, we did that at practice. I had one. They was always getting me. Okay, I would think that was in, and I don't know. And I was like, they ain't give me no more. So I went to the band hall with our tape recorder. We had tape recorders then. Yeah. Went to the band hall with our tape recorder and recorded it, and we basically just put stands together. Yeah. I mean, pretty much if you go look at it, except the beginning part. But all that, we made that up. That was just us.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Practice. Yes, ma'am.
I ain't want them to give me no more. We paused. How long y'all pause? Okay, we know what to do. Versus throwing stands.
Yeah.
So.
It was so cute though. I love that routine. It's very memorable. That's one of the most memorable moments for you, in my opinion.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, I love that moment.
Yeah, I told Miss Worth, they ain't give me no more.
Okay. Yes.
We finna do something. I let Miss Worth, because we never, before then, outside of, what's that song? Is it Coming to America?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dun. She let me do, because before then, we don't do stand routines. Right. We would do stands to songs, but that song and All I Do Is Win, she let us do actual roots, a dance to the song. So.
Let me ask you this, because this wasn't even in my notes. Did you ever think about doing any 16 counts? Reintroducing them? No?
Not really.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. For some reason, it just wasn't our thing.
Yeah.
What we consider 16 counts were turnaround.
Right.
So these right here, you turn around, then you face another person. Mm-hmm. Those are our 16 counts, but an actual 16 count of you doing a different thing, we never did that.
Okay, so what made you get in the motion of the ocean's face like that?
Listen, okay,
baby, because you was bucking in their face.
Listen, first of all, don't you be walking down those steps on our song.
Okay,
it's our turn. I don't know what it was in my mind. I saw them walking down. I was like, oh, did what we doing? It was an instinct, because that's when I knew that my girls was ready, and that my girls was it, because I didn't throw no hand signal. I didn't say I was gonna move. I turned, and 5, 6, 7, 8 was right behind me. Okay, it was more of an instinct, because I was just like, are they coming down on the floor too? But I do. Because I remember sitting there, and I glanced I could see like on the side they was coming. Oh, okay, this is nothing. Let's go.
Yeah. Y'all was trained to go ready, okay?
And that was even it was so funny because my words was like, girl. The crowd went stupid crazy when you went over there. I was like, and then in my mind, once I was standing there, I was like, "Ooh, that word's gonna get me."
she
wasn't even mad. She was like,
for
"Girl,
it.
the crowd loved it."
Okay, she was for it. Okay. So during your years as a Prancing J-Sette,
yes.
all of you guys danced with so much passion, spunk, and you really pushed the envelope for majorette dance. What do you think is really missing in today's majorette dancing?
What's missing?
Yeah, cause y'all dance with so much spunk. It's like it's something is missing.
Is that power?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that I will say that it's missing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the kids coming after me, okay? But I ain't never cared about that. But
Okay.
I love y'all, but I mean, I don't.
I mean, but, hey, you gotta speak your truth.
No, I would say it has evolved.
Yeah.
Because everybody now is more wanna like milk.
Be sexy and yeah.
And be sexy and milky.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, hey, that's what we are now. It's what, 2021? Okay, cool, that's what we are. But back then, I mean, I don't know if it's I can't say it's the music because even on our slow songs, we always still would give
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That spark.
I just think it just evolved. I mean, back then the was
it was still yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was important. Like that power. Like you want to see. I won't say that you can't see it, like the milking across the field, but it was like, no, I want. If you on the other side of the field, I want you to feel me. I want you to feel this move.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
and look, you know this is gonna come up. I totally agree with you when you said a lot of the teams nowadays are starting to, you know, merge and look alike. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know it was a lot of controversy.
Yeah, that was, but
that statement. But I stand behind what I said.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Because I mean, they do. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I won't say it's a bad thing. Like I say, people evolve. Things evolve. We always evolve. But for me, this is my personal opinion. Depending on the song, it's a time to milk. It's a time to finesse. And it's a time to buck.
Yep.
It's a time to get, like, when that, I just feel like on a certain beat, like, when it's like, do I don't want to see no,
right.
Like, oh, I want to make me feel that beat.
Yeah.
Okay, make me feel that beat. And so the reason why I said that most people look alike now is because of that. Like, everyone is dancing slowly, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Versus, like, that power, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I totally agree with you 100%, okay?
Yeah. I mean, everybody, it's hard nowadays, I would say, because one, I mean, for the J-Settes, we've always been on YouTube, like, always been most watched, you know, and other teams are just now being, like, recorded and on social media and stuff like that. So when you have like these community dance teams and all of that, so I feel like that plays a factor in it too, because you have certain girls who are on community dance teams. That's all they know. They mimic a certain collegiate style. They don't make that team, and then you go to another team, so that's all you know. So if you're helping make up stuff, like, I mean, I can see, you know, how that's happening, especially with all of the dance camps and stuff, where, I mean, because at one point, like, back in the day, Miss Worthy Day, like, no, like, you have to become a Prancing J-Sette and come to our band camp to know our style and to be taught certain things. And now it's different, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I can't say if that's a good thing or a bad thing or right thing or a wrong thing, but, like, it was more exclusive back in the day to where, to know our style and to dance like a J-Sette, you have to be one.
Right.
Where now, with all of the dance squads, the girls can get a dose and a taste of their favorite dancers. So that kind of makes a difference too.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and segue. We're almost done. We're gonna go ahead and segue into the fan questions. Valentino asked, being that Prancing J-Sette captains have so much responsibility, power, and influence, what would you say is the easiest and the hardest thing about being a captain?
Jesus, that was a good question. Okay, good question. The easiest and the hardest thing. What about it is easy? Wow. I won't say easy, but I want to say the less challenging part is just creating, like, as being the leader, you set the tone for how you want the squad to be. So that's like the easy part. Okay, I'm setting the tone of the squad. This is how we're gonna practice. It's gonna be our work ethic. This is the level of respect. This is how things are gonna be ran. Period. Right. The challenging part is you have all of these different females. Yeah. Females. Okay. You have all of these different females from all of these different backgrounds. From, I mean, if you made the J-Sette squad, 9 times out of 10, you was a captain on your squad, on your high school squad. Yeah. So you come in with like this level of, I was a captain. Right. And I was it. But you coming into a room where everybody was it from where they came from. So just managing those egos, just teaching, because as a captain, you have to worry about so much more than just dance. Well, I won't say for me as a captain, I was investing in more than just dance. It's outside of dance, because life after J-Sette is a real thing. Right. Okay. So just being invested in all of those, everybody learns different. So you gotta teach your girls for where they are. Some people can do counts and 1 and 2 and 3. Some people, like, I gotta have a beat in my head. So you have to learn how to teach your girls. You have to make sure everybody's on the same page and one accord. Like, that's the, what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing at all times, because if not, you can see it. I don't care what nobody say. When things are off in-house, you feel that energy. Oh, yeah. And you feel that energy in the performance. Like, that glue, that cohesiveness isn't there. So, yeah, that's the challenging part. Like, and you have to have the discipline to continue to make yourself great, because you spend so much of your time pouring into your dancers, to your squad, to where you still have to find time to perfect your craft. You still got to find time to, brush up on your technique and stuff like that. So that's it's a lot.
Yeah. So I have a question from Mike B. He said, what would you say is the ingredients to a good field show?
Ooh, you got some good questions. Ingredients for a good field show, my opinion. Okay. I want to say, hey, I do not like just dancing. Yeah, I hate it. It's like, the ingredients to me for a good field show is you have to ride the beat. If you gotta change your dance moves, and the elements of dance have to go with the music. Like, it has to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be on a breakdown part and, like, you doing splits. Like, no, you gotta you gotta hit the beat. I'm sorry. That's another thing for me. Musicality. Like, you have to, your dance moves have to match the energy of the beat. 1. 2, it has to be, you got to have different elements of dynamics. Like, you can't just arm me to death. Yes. Speak. You can't arm me. You can't arm me to death, and you can't stunt me to death. So this thing, Ms. Worthy, she liked stuff for some reason. She wanted us to try different crazy things, and I was the crazy one to try different crazy things. But you have to have a balance. It has to be a balance of stunts versus actual dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you do have to wow the crowd to
Right.
like, ooh.
You have to have that wow factor. Yeah.
Yeah, so that wow factor has to be there. And a lot of times you don't have to wow with a stunt. It's the cleanliness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if your dance moves are riding the beat, if you hit that beat with a certain dance move, it's gonna give you that wow factor. Right. So you gotta have a wow. Thank you for giving me that 3. You gotta have a wow factor. So yeah, I would say those are the 3 things for a good field show. Yeah. A good beginning, intro, boom, a clean ending, and ride the beat.
And make it make sense.
Yeah, you can't. Oh.
Okay, we're gonna go to the next question.
You know what to say.
Yeah.
You know what to say.
So from Marcel, he said, did you have any insecurities or pressures being a thicker J-Sette?
I want something for.
Okay, right.
I mean, because this is the thing. My freshman year, I've always been thick.
Yeah.
So my freshman year, I remember the old heads, like my height, 108 pounds, 110 pounds. Your girl was 138, okay?
Hey.
No, I was 140. 140. I got down to 135, 138. Oh, my boo baby kid.
Yes, can we see her?
Her hair, where's her hair being? Her little hair crazy. Don't judge my
yes.
baby hair. Oh, my boo-boo. Oh, my boo-boo. My baby boo-boo. Boo-boo-boo-boo. Boo-boo-boo-boo-boo-boo. Yeah, hi. I'm be a dancer too.
Yes, yes.
So we were talking about being thick. You see how thick I am?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's so pretty.
Mama. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, babe. No, because I was like 138, 140 my freshman year. And they was like, Miss Worthy, she too big. I mean, I was like, Miss Worthy, I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah.
But I ain't been 108 pounds. I was in 4th grade. So, I don't think it happened. Okay. And Miss Worthy said, she was like, well, I don't know what to tell her to lose. Because, your girl was...
Yeah, you look good. Yeah.
Right place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a little side fat, but that's okay. But no, I got down to like 130. I think my last year's captain, I got a little thicker. Mm-hmm. I was like 145. Okay. My second year. But it's okay. It's okay. But no, it wasn't bothered. I'm just like, our band director was like, fat ass number 1, 2, and 3. So me, Corinna, Ashley. Yeah. We was like, in our interview, we was like, dog.
Oh,
like,
wow.
What you mean? But no, I definitely wasn't insecure. It's just like, no, we supposed to be thick. As long as my stomach ain't hanging over my uniform. Right. A little side fat. I ain't never heard
no
of that.
No spillage. We don't need no spillage.
Yeah, we don't want that hanging over the uniform. But
yes. Yeah.
I like my little thicker because I'll go home. They be like, oh, girl, you look sick. Country. Yeah. Like girl, you down there, they ain't feeding you.
Oh, Lord.
Like, yeah, they feed me, baby, because if I put on this uniform, yeah.
See, it's okay. It's okay. So we're going to play Fast Pass. I have a few questions. Okay, so basically what you have to do is I'm going to ask you a question. Some of them are either or, like this or that. But you'll get it. You'll get it.
Okay.
So, the first one. You have to go fast, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, top 3 uniforms.
Tiger Girl.
Okay.
5-star chick.
Okay.
Dallas.
Okay. Least 3 favorite uniforms.
Car wash.
Okay.
Brady Bunch. I don't know what third.
You don't know fashion sense. I was gonna say fashion sense for you. You like fashion sense?
I don't even know. Was that around when I was in?
You was in it. I seen you in it. It was blue. It was blue. It was half shirt, half shirt, and it had like a little sleeve right here, but it was like out.
A mesh sleeve?
No, was it mesh?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It had like some little diamonds on.
Yep.
Yeah, that was.
Yep. Fast or medium? I'm sorry, fast, medium, or slow?
Ooh, I like a good book. Medium.
Medium? Okay. Nancy boots or jazz boots?
Giving them the answers.
Okay.
I like that clack in the stand.
Okay. Field or stands?
Field.
The prance or the pool?
I didn't get a chance to do the prance. Pool.
Okay. Boombox classic or Capital City classic?
Boombox for sure.
Okay. Parades or ramps?
Parades.
Okay. Magnificent Middle or Tall and Tough?
Ooh, I was on both. Tall and Tough.
Okay. That was good. You did it. I was gonna ask you, outside of your baby captains, Charlotte, I would say Morgan Jackson. Outside of them, who would you have seen as captain that was your baby?
That wasn't picked as captain.
Right.
09. I feel like all of them was trained to.
Oh yeah.
All of them could have been captain. Zanette for sure.
Yeah. I could have said Zanette.
Zanette, Charlene could have been captain.
Mm-hmm.
May could have been captain. Because I know Miss Worthy was heavily looking at May, Charlotte. Charlene, I think, ended up having a knee injury or something.
Mm-hmm.
For that year. But, yeah, Zanette for sure. May could have been captain. I know since freshman year, Miss Worthy was looking at Zanette. Like, yeah.
She would have been sickening.
Yeah, she definitely would have been. Out of 2010, yeah, Morgan was in that 2010 class. Mm-hmm. She didn't stay.
Yeah.
But she ended up coming back being captain. Like, hey, she just had it. I love Morgan. She was a phenomenal dancer. Out of 10. I'm trying to go shortest to tallest. That's how I remember. Ariel could have made a good captain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she would have been good. Let me see. You had some good girls, Jesus.
I know. I mean, Tamala was on there. Mm-hmm. Tamala was good.
You had Vicky.
Little Vicky.
Yeah, Brittany. Tam was a firecracker though.
You said what?
Tam was a firecracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say out of that class, definitely. Just thinking about creativity, leadership, because they all were great dancers. Mm-hmm. Outside of Morgan, I could see Ariel as captain, a captain.
Yeah, she would have been sickening. I have 3 more questions.
Okay.
Ooh. At the time of you being captain, did you feel like you would be named legendary as you are today? Because baby, the girls love Mama Keita, honey.
I did not. I know. So like, I love Afroshana. So Afroshana was like, when I became captain, she was out. Her and Miss Worthy like this. Mm-hmm. Like even now, she used to always come around and always help. Always giving advice. She just had this spunk, and I feel like she took me under her wing. Mm-hmm. So I want to say my first year as captain, people would, be like, "Ooh, Afroshana legendary," and then the legend in the making. And I was just like, "Hold on, y'all put too much pressure. Don't put pressure on me now. Right. I'm trying to live. Don't do that." But it's humbling though. Like who would have known? Thought that people would consider me as legendary, and like I was just trying to get it done. Okay.
Right. What advice would you give a girl that wants to try out for Prancing J-Sette?
Um, just be confident and humble.
Yeah.
I know this kind of seem like it may contradict yourself, but like you have to be confident because like what Jay said, it's just so much. I mean, I know a lot of people like we have these interviews and stuff now, so people kind of like can understand like a tidbit. Even with these interviews, like we still don't disclose like right. A day in a life really of a J-Sette. But I just say like be prepared. Like know that you're coming into an organization that has decades of legacy, decades of prestige, and so be ready to work for that. Like be ready to put in the work, regardless of what fans tell you or if you're a fan favorite. Like you still got to come in and work. You still got to come in and do your part to uphold that legacy. So don't be intimidated by it, but you also got to be humble too because it's a lot to learn. It's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
What you can do.
If you could create an all-star team of 12 J-Settes, who will be on your team, including yourself? And you're the captain.
So I got to pick 11.
Yep.
Lord, it's so hard. It's hard because I be want to pick like some legendary oldies, right. But then I be want my whole 09 squad.
Right.
Plus my crab sisters ain't enough. One Janier.
Okay.
Janier is my baby. Well, I guess you could say I'm her baby, right? Because she's the veteran. Janier, Mia.
Okay.
Zanette. Afroshana. Man, this is so hard. Sparky.
Okay. That's 5.
Dominique.
Yes, ma'am.
This my little baby. Man, this is so hard. That's 6, huh?
Yeah.
Cause I'm just like my babies. I'm pretty sure they're gonna watch this. Like you can't pick one without picking.
Right.
Charlotte and Charlene.
Yes. Primo.
Jasmine.
Oh. That's thick because she still eats. Okay.
Oh yeah. Jasmine. So I got 2 more, huh? Trying to think. Okay. Let me pick somebody from a newer squad. Tierra, Miss T. You know, I gotta keep the line thick. You know, you gotta the captain. You know, you match the vibe. One more. Did I say Tay already? Did I say Shamika?
No.
Okay, I gotta put who put me on the squad. So Miss Tay. Yeah, so that would be my 11.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good mixture of power, athleticism, that finesse.
That feel's gonna be sickening.
Man, field show gonna be crazy. Field show gonna be real crazy, and then the stands.
Oh yes.
Talking about the seat in the back. Yeah. Yeah.
We see it.
Yeah. That'll be my squad.
Are you going to the 50th?
Yes, that is a plan I have told my husband. Sir, do not get me pregnant.
Okay. We need.
After October, you can do whatever you want to do.
Right.
Just then.
I feel like even if we don't get a season, I feel like y'all could do so much. You know, as far as like visually, you guys can make a whole video. I just feel like y'all have so many plugs.
I mean, we really could. I mean, even if we couldn't do anything in person, I feel like we could get together and do decade videos.
Right.
Could do captain videos where, you know, put all the captains together. You could do crab class. You can, you know, like y'all always tell us to do our, you know, top 10 all-star, you know, we could play around with that and do some all-star teams. I mean, we could do a lot.
Man, that'll be fire.
But your girl coming back for the 50th. I've been off the scene for a while, so
you better you coming with it. You coming with it. I see it. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming here. Oh my God.
Thank you for having me. Yes. I know because people were just like, why he interview me? Why he? I was just like, he'll get to me when he ready to get to me. Okay,
you know, I'm trying to get all my captains. I just need to get Dominique and Tiara is coming soon. So.
Well, you haven't interviewed Dominique yet?
She keeps giving me the runaround.
Ah, okay.
But I'm gonna get her. Okay. I want that one.
Okay.
Yes. But thank you so much again, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
All right.